Welcome, everyone. This is my top 5 ways to get the most out of your Kundalini yoga practice. Welcome. My name is Salimah, yoga therapist. And if you found your way to this channel, YogaVision Online, it's because you know that Kundalini yoga is an amazing healing tool, not just a physical yoga practice, but a spiritual, mental, emotional shake up and wake up. I'm so glad you found your way here. So let's dive in. First of all, why am I doing this particular video? What does it mean for you? What I'd like you to know about is Kundalini yoga is an investment. It's an investment of your time, your energy, your commitment to yourself, your journey, your spiritual awakening, spiritual upliftment. And so I want you to have all the tools, the deciding making tools, so that you know when you flip on YouTube, whether this is someone that you want to spend time with, a teacher that you want to spend time with, whether it's a community that you want to spend time with. And in your own personal practice, you've found all the tools that you need in order to really explore the depth of what's available through Kundalini yoga. And by the way, the advice I'm going to give today, top 5 reasons or top 5 ways, is applicable to any practice and to any venture that you're about to take. So here we go. Number 1, look for a teacher who is very clear on teaching yoga as a spiritual practice. Teaching Kundalini yoga as a spiritual practice. Why is this important? Because it's not just about firming your abs or making your body look a certain way, but rather evoking a feeling, rather creating a connection between you, the finite, and the infinite. And then teaching from that perspective means that your teacher that you choose is aware of the cultural, historical, and the philosophical aspects of yoga so that you can get a full deep dive into your practice. And without all of these other pieces, it's really just exercise. And that's from working in the industry for 15 years, from being a lover of yoga and a yogi in my life, and here now participating in the wellness industry. So I really want you to remember, here's a side note from me, I really want you to remember that yoga is an ancient wisdom tradition. It's a spiritual wisdom tradition. And as such, finding teachers who are able to convey that to you, share that with you, and really come from a place of authentic knowingness and lots of study is really what you want to be looking for. That's number 1. Here's number 2, and that is to use props. Always use props. And the reason I say that is because a lot of times in Kundalini yoga, we tend to go hard and strong. It was always taught as a very military type of practice. Keep up and you will be kept up. Do it and hold it. And while that may be appropriate for some of us in whatever state our body is in, for a lot of us, it's not really attainable. So here's my suggestion, is to go for the props. Make your seated posture really comfortable by using blocks and props and the wall, so that when it comes time to concentrate, you are able to focus in on the breath work, the mantra, the movements, rather than get distracted by what you think you can't do. And props go a long way. They are ways to extend the length of our arms, extend the length of our legs. They don't mean that you can't do it. What it means is that you're using a device to assist. And we do that all the time, every day. Okay, so that's number 2. Please go ahead and use props. Here's number 3. Commit to your daily practice. Just about to put out a video about how to do a 40-day practice, but here's my general rule of thumb. Think about your Kundalini yoga practice as a medicine. In this case, let's use the idea of a vitamin. The reason most of us take vitamins is that we recognize that in some way that our diet is deficient or that our exposure to sunlight is a little bit deficient. And so what we want to do by taking a vitamin is to bring our levels up to normal and then keep ourselves there, maintain that. And so the same thing is true with a Kundalini yoga practice. If you find that moving your body, increasing your relationship to your spiritual sense, creating a community, all of these things, plus all the benefits of each of the kriyas is important to you, then it's worthwhile to have a daily dose of that. And the key to all of that is consistency. And so you can get once in a while type of results by taking a vitamin once in a while. And the same is true for your Kundalini yoga practice. You can have an amazing experience. You can have lots of great insights from one practice. Now, just imagine what would happen if you did that same thing every single day and the kind of benefits that it could bring you. So number 3 on my list is make sure that you keep it consistent and regular. Number 4 here, this is a little controversial. It's better to do a little bit of your practice than not to do any at all. What do I mean by that? Let's say you've taken on a Kriya or a meditation, and you have a family emergency or something's come up and you've come home later than usual, or some part of your body is hurting and so you don't have the same energy. My suggestion always is, if the meditation you've chosen is 5 minutes or 6 minutes, do 1 minute. If the Kriya that you are doing has multiple different exercises, do 1. And again, this is super controversial. What I'm suggesting here, building on the idea of what I said before, is that consistency is key. So with an intention, picking one small piece that at least you can fit in for your day is better than doing none at all and feeling like you can't do it or you failed at something. My sense is that all of us have at least a minute that we can dedicate, at least a minute where we can tune in, use the Adi mantra, take a few breaths, hold a mudra, sit quietly for yourself, and do all of that in the spirit of your practice, so that it is accessible, so it is part of your daily life, and so that all the things that you're working on, you can actually achieve. And that is where the magic is. Okay, so a little controversial. Many teachers will say you have to do the Kriya or it doesn't count, or you have to do 11 minutes or it doesn't count. I don't think so. I think kinder and gentler as we move into the future is much better than being rigid and requiring. Okay, so sit with that. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that one. And I'm open to your comments. Here's number 5 on my list, and that is engage yourself in community. So if Kundalini Yoga rocks your world, then the idea of finding other people who also feel motivated, enhanced, loved, adore the practice is a really good thing to do. You could do that a number of different ways, taking live classes, joining online forums. I have a 40-day practice group that is on Facebook that you can go and look at, and then also to join a community of people who are learning. And this is, in my world, in YogaVision world, this is Kundalini Yoga teacher training. And when you think about Kundalini Yoga teacher training, it's 12 months of ongoing study. But even more important than that is the community becomes the guru. And as you explore the community, you start to see different mirrors of who you are. And as you see those mirrors and you can appreciate other people's stories, that same idea reflects back to you. So there you go, my friends. That's my top 5 ways of exploring and enhancing and diving into your Kundalini yoga practice. My name is Salimah, yoga therapist. And as always, like and subscribe, share this with your friends, leave a comment below. All of these send good signals to the algorithm that you're liking this stuff and that it should be shared with more people. And if you're looking for Kundalini Yoga teacher training, please hit the links below and set up a discovery call. I'm happy to meet with you and really excited by your ongoing journey in this practice. Lots of love, and until next time, thank you so much for joining in.